I'm on the right side.
Hey, no, you're not. I know that.
Anyways, guys, welcome to Phenomenal Breakdown episode 7. It's me and Denise. Nick will be here momentarily, so give him some time. And my guy Sponsy's in the chat. What is up, Sponsy? There's Wesley. Of course, Wesley. Daniel Barry's here. Of course. So how you doing? How you doing, Denise?
I'm hanging in there. And yourself?
I'm doing good, but I'm waiting for the trolling to begin, so as soon as we get that over with. Yeah.
We're not live streaming.
Huh?
I troll you even when we're not live streaming. You know this.
I want to talk about you. I was talking about the chat.
Well, that too, but
yeah. So you ready? So this is what I was just thinking about.
You think? I'm sorry, I have to.
I would have done that too. It's not. I would have done that too.
Okay.
I didn't do it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Did AJ Styles ever have a manager?
I don't think so.
Good, because this is where we're gonna use our creative minds. What manager would be good for AJ Styles? And we're just gonna ignore that one.
I'm not.
Okay, we're just gonna put this one up here.
Oh Lord, he doesn't need to be managed. He can manage himself. But if he were to,
this is where the creativeness comes into play, because I got a couple in mind.
I mean, again, I'm not like kidding when I say this, but I mean, like I said it and I'll say it again and I'll say it again. Like,
and then you say it again.
Oh, hey, shut the fuck up.
See?
Him and Mia together. I loved them together, and then it all went to shit.
Why do you keep on saying that it went to a hit?
Because he got attacked by the bloodline, and then he came back out and he would. I don't necessarily say he turned into an asshole, but he turned into an asshole towards them. But he was out for revenge, and that's all he saw. Like there was no getting to him. So, like even which was, and the way he, oh my god,
say it.
The way he acted towards me too, like. Do you have any point of did you like win your match? No. And walks out. And I was like, that was so fucked up. What the hell, AJ? No, not Mia.
Because for me,
yeah, this right here.
What about that? What about it? Because you know it's wrong.
You don't want to be his manager?
No, not for that company.
Oh no.
Not for that at all. Me and my butt.
We're both trying to.
Me and my buddy, we just trash on Orange Cassidy almost every day. We text each other back and forth. Yeah, I wish I could say the messages, but I can't.
Who do you have in mind? Because I don't think he needs a manager.
He doesn't. This is where my creativeness comes into play. Meason, that was one of mine, obviously. I mean, that's just common sense right there. That's one. 2, AJ is good on the mic, right? He's very, very good on the mic. But if he wants a good mouthpiece, why not Paul Heyman?
See, I don't think he's. I heard, like, I don't think he's. Not crazy. I mean, like, I don't think he. Well, I mean, it may have changed, but I don't think he likes Paul very much. Then again, that could. I mean, like, from what I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but Paul was the reason that Luke and Carl got released back in 2020. Like Paul had some sort of part in that, and the three of them are like this.
Right.
and everything. So
Okay. I was just looking at the mic aspect, because we know Paul Heyman's the best on the mic, bar
yeah,
none. Bar none, he's the best on the mic. So you could put that there. I had Luke Gallows as well, not Carl Anderson. I just had Luke Gallows because of the height, and with his size and stature, the speed and whatever, he can
Yeah.
really knock someone out with that. Like seriously, I would go with Luke Gallows, not Carl Anderson. I don't think Carl Anderson would be a good one at all. I really don't. Huh?
No.
Mm.
No.
And then if you want me to keep going, I'm trying to think who else he was good with in WWE. Not just those three guys, not just Meeson. That's where it gets difficult here because AJ Styles' circle, as you will,
It's very small.
it's small.
It's very small.
It's small, like Orange Cassidy's wrestling. Very,
Oh
very
my
small.
God.
So
Stop hating on your bestie.
I'm
Stop.
allowed to.
Stop hating on your bestie.
I'm allowed to.
You're
But
hurting his feelings.
since I was gonna say Shinsuke, but him on the mic, oh god. Why not
No.
I said no. I was about to, then I said no. What about Finn Balor? You're muted. I can't hear you.
I'm not muted.
Oh, whoops.
I just wasn't being vocal.
Oh, here's Nick. Guys, please welcome our special guest, our newest member to the Hardcore Sports Network, a very big AJ Styles fan. He's a co-host of my SmackDown Watch Party. Please welcome Nick, guys. Please welcome Nick.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm 10 minutes late. Had to deal with some personal stuff, and it was a bit aggravating, but it's done, and just a lot of the just negativity going on a little bit right now. But I'm here.
It's all good.
No
It's all good because Wesley says hi, Nick. So
Hey, what's up?
everything's good. Everything's good. So
He also said evil laugh time, Mitchell.
not you too. Not you too. Nick, so we were talking about the creativeness, right? Who would be a good manager for AJ Styles? Because she said Meeson. I thought Paul Heyman would be a good one because of the mouthpiece and his strategic. So who would you pick? I also said Luke Gallows as well.
Well, Luke Gallows not a bad one. As a CM Punk, Luke Gallows straight at society back a decade ago. Then Meechin is a good one. As well. Paul Heyman would be great, though. I think he gets Braun Breaker in the future. You know who I think could be a good manager for AJ Styles? I think he still works there as a producer. He was a wrestler in TNA by the name of Abyss or Joseph Park.
Oh, why did I not think of him? Yes.
In the COVID era, SmackDown, the summer of 2020, I think he was in a little segment with AJ when he was Intercontinental Champion.
Yes. Holy shit.
They know each other so well from the TNA days.
Okay, I like that. Thinking outside the box. I really like that.
Joseph Park Abyss.
How I didn't think about that.
So Denise, you care to respond to that?
What?
Your reaction to that.
I think you got my reaction. That no.
So is that better than Meechin then? Would you put him above Meechin then? For
fucking lootly.
You would? Okay.
Fucking lootly.
Wow. All right. Because I didn't even think of that, honestly. Like, I barely watch TNA. So, Abyss, I've seen him a couple times, but when did he come to WWE? When did he become like a producer or whatever?
I want to say 2019, 2020. I think at the time he left TNA, or the year before, or year after, like, I think he left 2018, I think, and then he became a producer like 2019, 2020.
Okay. Yeah. That is wow. Now, let's go further outside the box. Anyone else outside of WWE that would be a good manager for him? Obviously, we're all going to say Christopher Daniels. We're all going to say Samoa Joe, those two. But, Denise, Who else outside the WWE would be a good manager for him?
Well, because I mean, he was also in TNA.
Yep.
Kurt Angle.
Yes.
Kurt.
Yes, I like that.
Kurt.
Mhm.
I like that one a
'Cause I
lot.
was
Yeah.
thinking about his factions when he was in TNA, and Kurt was like the first person who came to mind.
It's
Yeah.
a good one.
I like that. Nick?
Outside of the WWE bubble,
Yeah.
gosh, this is a little bit of a tough one, but maybe not. I'm thinking he's had history with him in TNA. I think I think they fought each other in TNA if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna think Eric Young. EY.
Okay, I don't.
I like that
I
one.
don't know.
I always was a fan of Eric Young. I always was a fan of Eric Young. No matter what character, I loved his gimmicks. I loved his wrestling style. I was always a fan of Eric Young.
I'm just so
Always.
used to him being goofy and everything. So it's hard to see that just because, like I said, of how goofy he was. Like my favorite with him was when he would come out and he'd be scared shitless by the pyro. That was the best. Well, he'd be
Right?
shitless by it.
Yeah. One I won't say is Rockstar Sputter EC3.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. Definitely not EC3. No. Question. What's the Hardys in TNA when AJ Styles was there?
Jeff was. I'm not sure about Matt. Matt may have been towards the end.
Because I can see Matt, not Jeff, though. I can see Matt.
No, Jeff definitely was.
I think.
Yeah, I know Jeff, but I was just thinking like Matt or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Jeff wouldn't be bad. Either. Matt, I think he came back to TNA after AJ left TNA.
That okay.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I think he came because his second to last run with WWE, I think he was like late 2010 in the fall in October. He got released because like this was the early in that year to TNA 2010 when Jeff Hardy came in when TNA 2010 just started for TNA, and then Matt was released, and then I think TNA Genesis 2011 he came in for RVD who was there. And then and Matt was not in TNA for that long that year, and I think he got arrested for drug, like a DUI, I think.
Yeah.
That he got arrested, then he got fired from TNA. Then he was on the local indies, and then he didn't come back to TNA till like 3 years later to reunite with his brother as the regular Hardys.
Yep. And then Greg had said Don Callis.
Don Callis wouldn't be a bad one, actually.
Really?
Don Callis, yeah. Don Callis is a good mind for the business, a good manager. I wouldn't mind Don Callis at all.
Does he for me, does he have chemistry with AJ Styles at all? Or because if not, then it's still good. It's still good. You convinced me. You convinced me on that.
I don't think they've had. I don't know if they've had it in action before, but I think it could work.
Okay.
To bring him.
Yeah. I like that. Anyone else? Because I know he has a lot of friends in AEW. He's got a lot of friends over there.
Yes.
So I know he's got a lot. Like I can't even think. There's so many.
Yeah. The others, there's actually two others that pop off the top of my head. One is a TNA original. He retired and became a commentator. The other is like a manager who was in WWE in the NXT brand, but he's in AEW now. The first name, Nigel McGuinness. Second name, what is he? I think it was Malcolm Bivens in NXT, but in AEW he's Stan. I think how Hathaway.
Yep, I know who you're talking about.
He was with the Diamond Mine and Roderick Strong in NXT and the Creed Brothers.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. The name just I know exactly who you're talking about. And honestly, here's another one too. Nick Aldis.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking.
I'm like, how are we forgetting Nick Aldis, people?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, Can you imagine if AJ did not get hurt? He could have a storyline with Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
They weren't in the ring much.
Yeah.
I stopped watching TNA when AJ left, so I never really got to see Nick Aldis in the ring. But like, that last match still kills me because obviously AJ had that shit one from a mile away, and it made Aldis look weak as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, who is this Joker? Like, he needs to go away. Like, what is this?
Right.
So I mean, I didn't really pay attention to him and everything.
Yeah.
So hey, he was going after AJ. Excuse me.
Right.
Actually, it's you mentioned AJ Styles with TNA. I think I wanted to bring up as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy how over a decade ago, actually 11 years ago, sadly, what happened with AJ towards the end of his TNA run, where it's a true story where he got lowballed.
Yeah, he
by
did.
Dixie Carter. Like pretty much saying to AJ, you don't draw, you didn't really do anything for this company. You're not really a main attraction. So you know what? We're gonna cut your payroll. We're gonna pay you less money. So they pretty much gave him a low ball offer, and he felt like dissed and felt like he was treated as nothing, and he left.
Yep.
Dixie is out of her goddamn mind. She's stupid. And literally, the promo that he made about, like he said about her, Daddy really bought her a wrestling company, and that was it. She don't know what the fuck she doing.
No.
She don't know what the fuck she doing. No. He. When you hear TNA, who do you think?
AJ Styles. He was pretty much the face of TNA, and when he left, that's when TNA went down the toilet.
Yeah.
They were putting the belt on people that there was no build, it didn't make sense, and then they got kicked off a Spike.
That is why they got kicked off at Spike. I never knew that.
They got low ratings, and then it's like they were ripping off WWE, putting the belt on Eric Young because of ripping off how Daniel Bryan won the belt at WrestleMania 30, then ripping off the Authority, Triple H, Daniel Bryan story with MVP and Eric Young, and totally ripping off WWE big time.
Yeah. Actually, you just said another manager. He's in AEW right now with the Hurt Syndicate. MVP.
Yeah.
I think MVP would be a great one. I mean, his mic skills alone. If he was back in wrestling, I miss that ballin' sound. I miss that so much. I'm a huge basketball fan, so I miss that so much.
Huh?
I can't see it.
I think they butt heads.
Well, wouldn't he butt heads with like everybody that we just mentioned?
But I just don't like him and Bobby Lashley work it perfectly together because their personalities mesh. Like I can't. Right. I can't see it.
Mick Foley? You like that one, Denise?
It'd be interesting. I don't know. I mean, I ain't watching. The only Mick Foley I really had interaction with was when he was in TNA.
Yeah.
And everything. So
didn't he have a storyline with Sting?
Who? AJ?
AJ, yeah.
Foley?
AJ,
Yeah.
AJ. Okay, there's another one. Sting.
Sting would be good. I think Sting would be good.
I would love to have Sting wrestle again. I mean, WWE, obviously we're not going to have that.
Mm-hmm.
But dang, I would take Sting in a heartbeat. Now I'm just trying to think just WWE or AED. I'm just trying to think outside the box. I was going to say Kenny Omega, but he's just as good as AJ in the ring.
I wouldn't say Kenny Omega.
No. I was gonna, now I'm just like, I wish Shinsuke was better on the mic, then I could say Shinsuke, but Shinsuke is so bad on the mic, I can't say him. I really can't. Dang, no. Obviously Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, who I think would be the best one. I feel like Christopher Daniels will be the best one out of all of them.
He
Pretty
knows
sure.
AJ very well.
Yes, definitely. I would pick Christopher Daniels over anybody. I still like Paul Heyman. I still like the Paul Heyman aspect. I know from what you told me, Denise, he did not have a good. Him and the OC did not get along with Paul Heyman, so I could see that button heads. But I really like that one. I really do. But any female other ones, all I could think is Meeson. That's all I could think is Meeson for female ones. Unless I'm him.
Actually, for a female, one in WWE, one that's not in WWE. The one in WWE, Jade Cargill, and the one outside, she was Knockouts champion by the name of Awesome Kong.
Oh my
god.
God damn.
Where is she now?
Well, she was with AEW. She's not there anymore. I don't know. I think she's retired, I think.
She's gotta be. Like, I loved Awesome Kong in TNA.
She was a freaking beast in
she
TNA.
was.
Karma. Whew.
Yeah,
My
retired
God.
August 2021, so she is retired.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she was pregnant, I think.
Yeah, she came to WWE 2011. Then a month later, it was announced she was pregnant.
God damn.
Right?
Jesus. Okay. Welcome. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm pregnant.
It's just like out of nowhere. It's just like out of nowhere. Yeah, Pete Wheeler's better than Awesome Kong. If he said that, bro. If anyone knows Backyard Baseball, I'm a huge Backyard Baseball fan. Pete Wheeler is my favorite character in that game. But yeah, Awesome Kong would be good. Meeson would be good. Like, there's no one else. I don't think there's anybody else.
I'm trying to think of like WWE like legends, females.
She had great matches with Gail Kim. You are definitely right on that, Gregor. Right, spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on with that.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Yes, she did.
Gail, no. I was going to say Gail Kim, but that didn't work.
I'm trying to think. God, I'm just trying to think of like personalities that would mesh well with his.
I don't know if Camille from AEW. I don't think. No.
I'm trying, like, who is, why am I thinking AJ Lee? I don't know. Like, she has experience as the GM, manager. Like, AJ Lee, I know it's a bad one, but that's the one I'm coming up with.
That would be
right?
Interesting. Because she's a little psycho when she was in WWE.
Yeah. I thought she would come back at Survivor Series, but no.
I do think, though, AJ Lee will be back sometime next year.
Yes. I really, truly believe that.
Maybe in the Rumble next February, or maybe SummerSlam, because it's in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. SummerSlam is in New York, New Jersey. Yep. 2 nights.
And I think maybe if she does wrestle, I'm thinking this. I don't know what Triple H has planned for SummerSlam next August in MetLife, the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. But Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade will definitely be on the main roster next year, no doubt about it. And what if we book Roxanne or Cora versus AJ Lee at SummerSlam?
I would not mind that at all. I would not mind that at all. I love that idea.
After all, Roxanne and Cora are kind of AJ Lee's kids.
Okay.
I mean, she's very knowledgeable with it, obviously. It's just like, again, it would be interesting.
Yeah.
She would definitely keep him on his toes, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. If AJ Lee does come back, I mean, whether it's probably part-time, probably. Doesn't need to be there every week.
No.
So, hey, I would not mind her back at all.
I would not mind her back. I miss her. She was one of my favorites. Honestly, I loved AJ. I loved her.
And really, the only reason she retired a decade ago, I really do think, because of Vince McMahon.
Oh my God, yes.
Because he
Yes.
had the beef with Punk, and then I'm sure, and then Vince out of pettiness would punish anyone who would be associated with Punk, and he had the beef with Punk, and then he wanted to break AJ Lee's title reign record just to stick it to CM Punk, and because Vince is petty and towards him, and AJ, before Vince could do anything to her, got out of there. I
Good
think.
for her. I mean, it makes sense.
It's just like one could think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think anyone will convince me otherwise. I do firmly believe Vince had something to do with it.
Yep.
I don't
Can
think
you
AJ wanted
imagine?
to retire. She didn't retire because she couldn't do it anymore. She could definitely still do it, but Vince pretty much had made her have no choice but to retire because she didn't want to get humiliated, embarrassed by a senile sexual predator and Vince McMahon.
Yep.
Could you imagine AJ Lee managing AJ Styles? Come on, I think that would be funny. AJ and AJ.
AJ squared.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
AJ squared.
Yeah.
So, Nick, let's talk about matches of AJ. Which one comes to your mind that you're like, oh, I can watch that match again?
SummerSlam 2016, AJ Styles versus John Cena.
I love that one, but I hate it too because John Cena's my goat.
In Brooklyn, Barclays Center. Match of the whole night. Everything else didn't even come close to that match.
Right.
I was there live for that show. Nothing else came close.
She bothers me because she always says beat up John Cena every time.
Beat up John Cena!
And that's like my favorite of all time. And I met the guy. So I'm like, come on, do we have to keep on doing this? AJ
John Cena. Yes, we do.
Well, Carl Anderson says he's gonna make up with his hot Asian wife, and then he's gonna beat up John Cena.
Yeah. All right. So what's another one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have plenty. Not just at WWE. Go outside the box, man.
I will say definitely his matches in TNA with Kurt Angle for sure, no doubt.
Yep.
Hands down.
Oh my God, yeah. Is that the best person he wrestled? You think in TNA? For me, it's Samoa Joe.
I mean, I think it's tied with him and Joe, honestly. Because
so you would have them over Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, because Kurt and Joe were peak levels in TNA as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Both were. I would, if I had to name another, it would also probably be AJ Styles. He wrestled him, I think, once, if I'm not mistaken, in TNA. Rob Van Dam.
Yes. Yeah, he lost the title to Rob Van Dam in 2011.
2010.
10, that's what it was. 2010.
10.
I'm just thinking something with him involved around 11. I can't think of what it is, but no, yeah, I think that was like one of the only matches they were ever in together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Samoa Joe comes to mind. Obviously, Christopher Daniels comes to mind. James Storm comes to mind. Why am I keep thinking of James Storm and I'm keep on naming the other?
Roode.
Yes.
I want to name Robert Roode, but my brain keeps on going to James Storm every time.
I don't know, dude.
Dang it, beer money.
Beer money.
I love that. I want them to wrestle again. God, I miss that. I miss beer money so much. But
it's such a shame that James Storm had an opportunity to sign with NXT like almost a decade ago, and he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In 2016, Bobby Roode and Eric Young left TNA, and they went to NXT. Imagine that James Storm just took the NXT offer. We could have seen beer money in NXT.
You could have.
Yeah. And
no disrespect to Bobby Roode, and he had the glorious thing going on. That was great, but again, there's no knock on that. But beer money in NXT would have been great.
Beer money, my God, I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
Yeah, their chemistry was off the charts.
Yeah. As a tag team, even as rivals.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll never forget Bobby Roode, and he turned on James Storm in late 2011, and he had the beer bottle. And James Storm had just beat Kurt Angle to win the TNA title. Then Bobby Roode won it from Storm and turned heel. And he hit James Storm right in the head with the beer bottle, and you could hear boos rain to Bobby Roode. Loud boos.
Mm-hmm.
That cemented his heel turn, and he spat on James Storm, and I think Mike Tenay is like, that's how you treat a brother, bull, and they bullshit. Then they bleeped it out when they had the end credits. It was great. And then Bobby Roode,
he had good matches with the Bits too, right? He had good matches with the Bits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like the first match I ever watched of AJ's outside of WWE was him and Abyss in the friggin' steel cage in 2005, and I was mortified. I was just like, what the hell is he doing? He's gonna get her.
Yeah.
And I was expecting him to lose that too. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, you have this big ass dude and then this little guy. I'm like, what is going on?
And then we barely touched up Ring of Honor. Nick, what was his best match in Ring of Honor? If you watched it. I know she did.
Haven't watched much AJ Styles matches in Ring of Honor, but I would probably say him. I think he wrestled Austin Aries in Ring of Honor. I think.
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm. He did.
I gotta watch that. I gotta find that on YouTube and just watch it. My
CM
God,
Punk wrestled in Ring of Honor as well.
Yeah.
He had a couple of matches with Punk.
Yeah.
In ROH.
Could you imagine Punk as AJ's manager?
No, absolutely.
No, definitely.
Damn, I was thinking just the mic work.
No.
I was just thinking the mic work.
Nah, I can't picture it.
Damn, I thought that would have been funny. And could you imagine if John Cena was his, and then AJ would just go beat up John Cena every 5 seconds?
That'd be funny. Beat up your own man.
I would hate that. Personally, I would hate that, but it would be funny.
Beat up John Cena.
One guy I don't think would be a good manager for AJ Styles. I know he sucked in WWE. Ryback.
Oh my God, please no.
No.
He never ever needs to be in a match with AJ. Absolutely not.
He never did a match with AJ?
No. And probably good he didn't, because he was not a good wrestler. Botched a lot. He he couldn't even pick up Paul Heyman, but mind you, at a house show. Remember that? It was like late 2012. It was at a house show, and he couldn't even pick up Paul Heyman, and he had to jackhammer him. He tried to shell shock on Heyman, and he couldn't even pick him up.
God, no.
Yeah, that's on YouTube. Definitely check it out. It's he botched his finisher on Paul Heyman.
Jesus.
I mean, the guy, he was. Obviously, you could tell he's not on steroids. Yeah, he was. Look at it.
Oh my God, yes.
Definitely was on the juice or on something.
Yeah, that steroids mess with his brain. Stupid.
Stupid.
More.
Yeah.
I mean, he could pick up a 90-pound scrub or jobber, but he couldn't pick up Paul Heyman.
Just that whole thing is just crazy.
I even think one time he almost paralyzed Lord Tensai. He couldn't even pick him up, and he almost dropped him, almost broke his neck. Almost paralyzed him on Raw.
Tensai is a big dude, though, too. But, I mean, yeah. But with all the steroids that he does, it's kind of, a wonder that he couldn't pick him up.
He picked him up once, failed. Then he tried to pick him up again. He almost got him, and then he dropped him. So he botched his finisher not once but twice on live television, mind you.
Did he actually retire? Is he actually retired now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. You can say that.
He keeps putting up polls. Where should I wrestle? WWE, TNA, AEW, or retire? And everyone votes retire.
Like, no, just no. You don't need to go anywhere. No.
He doesn't have me blocked though, but
yeah. So we got a question from Duke Do. What is up, man? Did anybody see the old school Eagle Championship belt on Cody Rhodes on Saturday night?
Nope.
I loved it. I loved the belt. Now Kevin Owens has it.
Yeah. The shame they didn't have the beatdown after the match on the air. That's one of the things I didn't like. Outside the 90-second commercials every time. Like, why?
That's why.
Like
Because
when you don't have the beatdown after, like when the show's still on, like you're gonna have it off the air. That's a letdown.
Yeah, literally. I was like, no, what are you doing? You're taking away the best part.
Yeah.
You know why I think they did it?
And then he stole the title, and it was great.
You know why I think they did it? Because remember the promo or the face-to-face that Punk, or not Punk, oh my God, that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes had outside in the parking lot? I think they want to create more social media buzz with this. So that is why I have them. That's why I think they did that. Having more social media buzz. Would I love it on TV so I could watch it? Absolutely, I would. Absolutely. And now Cody Rhodes is going to be out for a little bit, storyline wise.
Damn, what a shame.
And then KO is going to be suspended storyline wise. So you got all that. And then Randy Orton. You know what I could see happening? I could see Randy Orton punting Cody.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
I think eventually it will happen because Kevin's eventually going to get to Randy and wake him up, saying that, Cody doesn't really care about you, Randy. Yes. What's up, Adam Carl? I know we talked about
Adam.
How you doing?
I'd love to see that.
Yeah. I think that's going to happen at some point down the line, whether it's a Rumble, whether it's the next Saturday night's main event, because that's next month. There's 4 of them this year.
January 25th, and that one's going to be, I think, in San Antonio.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels better make an appearance on that one.
Yep.
He better. I mean, obviously in the last... actually, hold on. We'll get to that later. Nick, I need your help with this. So a week when Denise and I did this, I forget when we drafted our rosters, Denise. When was that? A couple weeks ago?
Was that last? No, it wasn't last week.
I think it was 2 weeks ago because something like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna want Nick to pick. Here, I'm gonna zoom in. Don't worry. To pick who had the better roster. So what we did here, Nick, each of us had AJ Styles, obviously. Then we each drafted a roster to build around AJ. So we're going to go through Denise's roster first, and then we're going to go through mine. And obviously I won. So I'm just going to throw that out there. I won.
You only had one person, and he was your friend, and he gave you the option of Cody Rhodes. That does not count. No.
It still counts. It still counts. It still counts. But
that was the only one vote. And like I said, he was your friend. No.
Anyways, so for Denise, she had Christopher Daniels, Bryan Danielson, Austin Aries, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Edge, Finn Balor, Jerry Lynn. Like, some of these names were on another person's list. Like, Jerry Lynn was not on mine, but he was on hers. So I'm like, I couldn't take him. Randy Orton, Jericho, Jeff Jarrett, Sting, Shane McMahon I love. Like, that's my favorite pick out of all of them because how underrated that match was. Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns. I still can't believe you did that. I still can't believe you did that. Bobby Roode. Yeah, see, this is where I picked James Storm, and my mind screwed me up there too. Kota Ibushi, Brock Lesnar, Cesaro, and RVD. And then for me, I got Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kurt Angle, Omega, Rollins, Lethal, Jeff Hardy, John Cena, Okada, CM Punk, Eric Young, Undertaker, Frankie Kazarian, James Storm, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Yeet, Amazing Red, Roderick Strong, and Cody Rhodes.
Beat up John Cena.
Why are you saying that? That's not an option here. So, Nick,
Yes.
who had the better roster around AJ?
Well, I'm gonna give my honest take on this, man. I do like both rosters. Denise's roster has a mixture of young talent, but also veterans.
Yeah.
But when you want to talk, and both have star power, but who has the more star power? I have to give it to you, Mitch, because like John Cena, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Omega, Rollins, Punk, like it's a lot of star power, man. You got Jey Uso, Undertaker's another one who's a leader, locker room
Everyone
leader.
would. You know what? This is where I see with mine. I always go with star power because every time when I do a draft like this, star power is the way to go. Denise has better wrestling matches than me by far.
Yes.
Better wrestling matches, better combinations than me. Denise got that. I just got the star power. Like, that's really it.
I think both very even, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, I think it was very even, but I win.
One is not uneven at all. Both are very balanced.
Yeah, yeah.
Both very good rosters, though.
So maybe Nick will have another one later on. We'll have you back on, and then we'll do another one. We'll do a 3 draft. We'll do 3. Obviously, it will be cut slim. It will be making more challenging. And, of course, you pick Mitzi Poos. Oh, God. Anyway, so sorry, Denise.
Mitchell Cassidy. Well, I had the better matches, so screw.
Yeah, you had the better matches. I said that in the beginning.
But aren't better matches better than star power, though? Because, I mean, yeah.
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry. Can you say it again?
I'm sorry, Mitch. I may have to pick Orange Cassidy.
Well, anyways, but Denise, what were you saying? He never wrestled AJ.
Well, I mean, it could be something.
All right, Denise, what'd you say? I heard something about wrestling, and then that's it.
Better matches. Matches are what make the show. You could have star power, and that person could be one of the shittiest wrestlers to ever step foot into a ring.
That is true, but does it come down to the money aspect?
I mean, if you don't have the fan base to enjoy the matches, I mean, like, because couldn't that person, it brings in the money, but if they give a really shitty match, are people going to want to see that again?
Right. That's
point. Everyone has different tastes. Everyone's got different wrestling styles. That's why I gave you the wrestling part.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want the win, take the win. You really want the win, don't you?
I'll get you next time. It's okay. I know how to work against you now.
What?
I'm not. What? Bitch, I ain't telling you shit.
It's Mitch. It's not the B word. No, it's not. Ah! Vic, it counts!
Vic T in the chat.
Thank you, Vic.
And you like how he conveniently shows up now, right?
I didn't even DM him. My phone's over there. I didn't even DM him. I didn't even talk to him.
I'll know how to get you next time. It's okay.
I'm kind of nervous now.
I'll know how to get you next time.
I'm kind of nervous. I'm not going to lie. I am kind of nervous here.
Got you.
But, so let's end it with rivalries. I want to hear Nick's favorite rivalries of AJ Styles.
Well, I do have at least a couple in mind.
Go for it.
But definitely come to mind. It would have to be like Kurt Angle. I mean, minus with the Ric Flair and the Montreal Screwjob ripoff. That was terrible. Yeah. I would have to say also AJ Styles. Not the crackhead storyline, but one being, I would say AJ Styles feuds with like John Cena 2016, which was great. One of the best rivalries I've seen in a long, long time. their matches at SummerSlam 2016 and the 2017 Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship were great stuff. Even their Money in the Bank 2016 match was really good.
Okay.
I will also put up there AJ Styles up against Samoa Joe in 2018 involving Wendy.
Yes.
Oh, Wendy!
That's her favorite. Is that your favorite rivalry, Denise? Is that your favorite one?
Yes, because of how personal Joe makes it. I love it. No, I love it because of how personal he makes it. Like, he's a savage when it comes
Like the
to
one
bringing
time where
Wendy.
he just said, AJ Styles, we're tucking the kids in, but Wendy, Daddy AJ's already gone night.
Daddy's already gone night. And I'm like, that is so. I was like, that's so bad, but it's hilarious because he
It's
just
great.
hold on the fucking floor, and Joe's got the microphone looking into the camera.
And then even the couple of the others, the Night AJ Storytime book, and then
Oh my god!
even the couple others like Wendy, we're still on for the back to school barbecue next week, right? Wendy, listen, save me a plate. Maybe I'll stop by next Tuesday.
Oh, one of my favorite ones.
Go for it.
During the SummerSlam match, Daddy promised he was gonna come home.
Yeah, and I was there live.
I'll be your new daddy, and I pissed him off so bad. That's when the chair comes out.
Yeah,
I'll be your new daddy, and Wendy's just like, and the poor little Annie, she's just like, what is going on? She's so confused.
Yeah, I remember that's like
3 years old, so she doesn't know what's going on.
And then there's like one guy in the background, I think who has a beer, is like, this is great.
Daddy.
Another one where before their Super Showdown match in Australia, Samoa Joe wasn't at the SmackDown arena that night, but he went to AJ Styles' house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he rang the doorbell.
Yep.
And he's like, Daddy's home.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Makes I really still think to this day Joe should have won the championship that time. Should have won the WWE championship. Even if it was for a month or two, he should have won.
Hell in a Cell, you said?
Because AJ tapped, but the ref didn't see it because he was on this side of Joe, where AJ's this hand was tapping.
Damn.
Yeah. And like Joe was
he should have won.
livid.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe and WWE definitely should have won at least one world title, even the year before with the Universal Championship. The year before with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Should have won, and they didn't. And Vince didn't do that. Didn't do it. It's a shame. Though I wonder if Triple H were to ever bring him back to WWE, I wonder if it would be different under Triple H and his team.
Samoa Joe, it will probably. He loves Samoa Joe because of NXT, so yeah. I think it will work wonders. He's great on commentary too, so if you need him on commentary, throw him there.
You know what is also just like mind blowing. Vince had absolutely no idea who the hell AJ Styles was when he joined WWE. No idea who the hell AJ was.
So that was Triple H's call?
I'm assuming so. Or who? No, who was it?
All right, Gregor. We don't have to go that far.
Who? Because Joe was already a part of WWE at that. Was he? Yes, Joe was already, I think, a part of WWE.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think it probably was Triple H that convinced that.
Yeah, and then it's just like literally later that year, he was like one of the quickest people, like new people, to win the WWE championship.
Yeah, Backlash 2016. I'll never forget. It was a really good show on 9/11 in 2016 where he beat he was Dean Ambrose for the WWE championship. Mm-hmm. Now Jon Moxley in AEW, he beat Ambrose, and that was the beginning of the champ that runs the camp, the house that AJ Styles built, SmackDown Live, which was a great era, 2016 SmackDown Live. That was so great.
Yeah.
I got that. Outside of the 02 SmackDown era, that will never top the 2016 SmackDown Live arena with the beginning, with the return of the second brand split. Nothing else outside of that will top that.
Didn't he have like an open challenge thing?
Yeah,
he did.
He seen his footsteps with that for the title.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. He followed behind the goat. It's all good.
No, please.
But
Yeah,
going back to Samoa Joe, going back to Samoa Joe, I mean, I'm sure you guys heard of this story. I mean, Vince fired him foolishly in April 2021 and replaced him on the Raw commentary team with Adnan Virk.
Yep.
And he sucked. He was there for 7 weeks and he was terrible.
I don't even know who you're talking about. That's what's really sad.
Adnan Virk. Yeah, Vince fired Samoa Joe and got rid of Tom Phillips to replace them with Adnan Virk.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch that because I don't know who this person. I have to go back and look because if he was even there for that short amount of time, he probably had obviously no significance.
Denise, he sucked. He was bad. Like he was saying, the Strowman Express, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
A bigger boat? What?
But the Strowman Express, the train.
Ever.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but that's why I was like, we're gonna need a bigger boat. So I'm like, huh? No.
He got the nicknames of the outside of the ring. He got the finishers of some wrestlers wrong, the nicknames of some wrestlers wrong, like called Shayna Baszler's Karafuda Clutch the Karafuda Driver.
The fuck?
Yeah.
My word.
Yep. Adnan Virk was bad. He was bad.
Yeah. And guys, please subscribe to Nick's YouTube. The link is now in the chat. He's at 160. Let's get him to 200. What is up, Justin? How's it going, man? Vince was a fool. Triple H much better and respects wrestling and legends. Not wrong.
Absolutely. Yes.
Not wrong.
Not wrong at all. Vince just, over time, I felt like Vince cared years ago, but over time, Vince just grew old and out of touch and stopped caring. Whereas Triple H, he actually cares what we want and he has his finger on the pulse. Vince just, he only watched in WWE. He never watched what was outside of WWE. But Triple H knows what's going on the outside. He knows who's hot and who to bring in to sign. Like
the Forbidden Door, remember, just with the TNA. The merger for the Royal Rumble. Jordan Grace.
Yes.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I'm not clapping. I'm not clapping, Denise. I'm not clapping.
No, he's a joke.
Thank you. I can't clap.
He's a
other
joke.
People can. She hates him. She can't stand him.
Number one contender for the TNA title at Genesis against Nick Nemeth, by the way.
Again?
Yeah.
Was it again or no?
Yeah, again. He won at Final Resolution to get Nick Nemeth again for Genesis. This time, Joe Hendry has to win that championship or he's done.
If it means he stays on TNA, please, more power. I don't want
He's gonna be in the Royal Rumble, Denise.
He can't stay in TNA. I don't want to see his ugly ass on fucking WWE. No.
Yeah, and Tessa Blanchard's back in WWE as well. I mean TNA. Excuse me. Yeah. Nick DM'd me. It was like, yep.
Yeah, it's like it was this past Friday morning, and I'm seeing the news, and I was shocked. And I'm like, this is eye opening. It's like,
See, watch.
Do it,
See, I can't clap. She won't let me.
Don't you do it either. Don't do it. No, Nick, don't do it.
He can do it. He's our guest. He can do it, but I can't. Fair?
Yes.
It's Joe Hendry.
Is that fair, Denise? Is that fair?
Hendry. I can't stand him.
Well, I mean,
Tessa being a Rumble would be shocking. That would be something. That would be something. Could you imagine Tessa Blanchard eyeing with like Becky Lynch, eyeing with Charlotte Flair, eyeing with
two big money matches.
Naomi,
right
Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
Even Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey too. EO as well, who was my pick
EO.
in the Rumble. Though, speaking of Tessa, some women may not be wanting to do business with her. Jordan Grace probably is one of them because I
Yeah.
read that she was apparently trying to pull out with Jordan Grace
Right.
on her way out of TNA. I mean, it's going to be, although Jordan Grace is coming to WWE, and if Tessa Blanchard does eventually come to WWE as well, it's going to be very interesting because Jordan Grace and Tessa Blanchard apparently don't like each other. If they're both in WWE eventually, it's going to be interesting to see how Paul Levesque handles it. I'm sure he'll handle it fine, no problem, because CM Punk, I mean, he may not like Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns at all outside the ring, but they're willing to work with each other and do business because there's true leadership in WWE.
Yeah, it
So I'm
definitely
sure
is.
Triple H would put the egos away and say, hey, and sit them down. Hey, listen, I know you guys don't like each other, but you need to be professional and you're going to work with each other. And if you decide to give attitude or any issues, you know, there will be consequences. And, you know, you're on an NDA. This is your last chance, especially you, Tessa. So I'm sure Triple H would do the right thing.
Oh yeah. I'm 100% behind Triple H.
Look, do I agree with what Tessa Blanchard did 4 years ago? No, I don't. And she does need to give a big public apology, and she still owes that. It may be too late, but she does need to apologize publicly. But I believe
she will. I believe she will.
Hopefully she does. And I will say, if she is changing for the better, if she showed she has changed and will change for the better and will, I would give her a second chance.
It sucks. I can't clap at all.
Believes in Joe Hendry, apparently.
Yeah, Gregor does, yes. Denise doesn't.
No.
What's the better women's Mania match? Rhea versus Bianca or Bianca versus Charlotte or Bianca versus Jade? I gotta go Bianca and Jade. I gotta go Bianca and Jade because we haven't seen it before. I feel like we have seen Bianca and Charlotte before.
I'm going Rhea and Bianca.
I'm going Jade. How about you, Denise? Who are you going with? Yeah, thanks for that, Gregor. I can't clap now, so thanks.
I'm torn between Rhea and Charlotte.
But haven't we seen that before? I feel like we have.
Bianca and Charlotte or Rhea and Bianca?
Bianca and Charlotte.
I don't think we have.
If we haven't, then I'm going with that. But if we have, then I'm going with something I haven't seen before.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but Bianca makes the tag team.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, of course. Yes.
Well, I mean, like that, does that give, Jade has like the strength and power, but she doesn't have.
If I'm going straight wrestling wise, then I'm going Charlotte. If I'm going straight wrestling wise, but I'm going by something I know for a fact I have never seen before.
I still think Bianca and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rhea and Bianca is also very good. Had Rhea not gotten hurt this past April and she was still the Women's World Champion on Monday Night Raw, I would have picked Bianca to win the Women's Rumble next February, and Bianca chooses Rhea for WrestleMania 41 for the Women's World title.
Yep. I think that's about I would have gone to.
Yeah. But I think Bianca or Naomi's the one that attacked Jade Cargill. But after watching SmackDown Friday, I think maybe Naomi, actually.
Yeah. Punk or Rollins, I'm streaming that, by the way, guys. Our new member, Joe, is joining me. We're going to be streaming Monday Night Raw. So, who needs it more? That's the question. Who needs it more? I think Rollins needs it more than Punk.
He needs it more, too.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to go Rollins.
Well, I mean, I would say, you know what I'm thinking, actually? I was going to say Seth, but I will say I don't think this is the only match they have. They have a trilogy. I would say
they're going to have
Punk win this. Have Punk win this. They're both in the Rumble. and Seth can get a revenge and eliminate Punk in the Rumble to get his payback and ruin Punk's chances of main eventing WrestleMania, where Seth can cement his heel turn there, and then they can get a rematch at WrestleMania, or Seth could beat Punk in Las Vegas to get his win back. Then they have one more match, third final match, in some sort of a stipulation if they have Backlash pay-per-view next year, PLE.
Okay.
And that ends the feud. And I think around that time they'll have a draft as well after WrestleMania next year, and then they probably move Seth to SmackDown.
Yep.
That's how I'm booking it and thinking it long term.
I like it.
Yep. Robert, shout out to you. Thank you for that. Who do you think will Cena's final match be? I got Orton.
Yes.
Randall.
Randy Orton.
100%.
I think
Wait,
he'll
it's
start
not
with
Randall.
and with
It's
Randy.
Randall.
No.
His name is Randall. Like yours is
It's-
Mitchell Cassidy.
No, that's
Yes.
wrong too. How does Matt Riddle say his name?
Randy.
There you go. That's the way I was talking about. I'm not talking about Randall. What is up for the halftime? It's nice for you to join us when we're just about to close up shop.
Hey, Tilly.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, so that concludes the Phenomenal Breakdown episode 7. Denise and I would love to thank Nick for joining us on the Phenomenal Breakdown, our very first guest. We would love to have you back, and we'll do that draft again. And I'll beat Denise again.
Oh,
But,
I know how to work you. I know how to work you now.
How, by just taking star power?
No, I'm not gonna tell you my tricks. I'm not gonna tell you my tricks.
Yes, I know you're on vacation for a couple months. I know that. I know you're behind. You were always behind. But
Wow.
yeah, he was always behind. He would call me, be like, "What do you mean I'm always behind?" I'm like, halftime. But Nick, let the people know where they can find you. Like on YouTube, let them know.
Where you can find me, definitely subscribe to Furious Nation at 160 subscribers. I know we don't have much time left for 2024, but I'd love to hit at least in the 170 range. May not get 200, but that if I can, that'll be great. Maybe 170-ish for by the end of the year, but definitely go subscribe. If you haven't done so, it would be greatly appreciated. It would help the channel out as well. So go subscribe to Furious Nation. The link's in the description in the comment section. Follow me. Also, other social media that I'm on, X or Twitter. Definitely give me a follow on X at FioriNick579. That is over on X or Twitter. Instagram at NicholasFiori2014 over on Instagram. Facebook. Yes, I'm also on Facebook as well. Nicholas.Fiori.31 over on Facebook, and then TikTok at Furious Nation. Yes, I do have a TikTok account at Furious Nation over on TikTok.
All right, that sounds good. Philly Halftime just subscribe to you on YouTube. So there you go. You got that. And Nick, what about the year-end awards you kept on telling me about?
It's a working in progress, and gonna get the last of the bits of that just to get the voting polls out sometime tonight. I was supposed to do them Sunday, but fell asleep.
Things get in the way. Hey, I fall asleep all the time.
Playing sleep, I'm like, oh, boom, out.
That's what happens all the time.
But
people fall asleep. It's all good.
Fear. They're definitely in the working stages of getting out there. Just have to plan it out just to get it like set up just so to put it out there, but it will be out there soon this week. As far as the year-end award show goes, guys, remember the dates. December the 28th.
Okay.
It will be thinking 8 o'clock. It'll be the first night, 10 categories on the first night, second on the other. I've spoken with Adam Carl, who's one of my buddies as well. He was in the chat. He says he should be on there. He's usually on me with the year-end award show. So he should be there. So the night 1 of the year-end award show, December 28th, night 2, December 29th.
All right.
2024. So look forward to that as we close up the year WWE for 2024. Had a lot of moments, good moments, bad moments, some shockers. And I'm sure 2025 is just going to be, and I'm sure 2025 is going to be just as good as Raw heads to Netflix, which I am personally very excited for. It feels like a movie, honestly, that first Raw on Netflix. Like
it really does.
Rollins, Rhea versus Liv, Roman versus Solo for the Ulafala, and now I'm hearing, if you've seen Raw last night, that little vignette, it's said to be for Pentagon Jr., who's now a free agent.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I saw that they signed him.
They did.
Yep. I mean, if he's not signed already, I mean, they wouldn't have done that vignette if he wasn't signed, and I think he is signed, and I think it's for him. And I look and I'm like, well, who's that for? But you see the 0, then the slash or 0 metal, like shows no fear.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Pentagon Jr. He is so good. I've watched him live wrestle in the past years ago. He's that good. I am very excited for him to come to WWE. He's going to be that's a good signing. Really good signing. It's a shame Rey Fenix can't join him now, but I'm pretty excited for Penta at least.
I am too. Well. All right, guys, and then you can subscribe to my second channel, MK Meets World, and everything else in between. You can follow Denise on Twitter. You can follow her on Twitter. There's her link. Please hit her a follow if you want everything AJ Styles. AJ Styles also follows her, so that's a good verification. You should follow her as well. So, you good with that? I still won, but still.
I got the follow from AJ. I won.
Hey, I got the like from Meechin.
I've gotten likes from Meechin and AJ on the same tweet. I beat you.
You beat me on Twitter every time, but I beat you on the vote that matters the most.
Ooh, 1. Woo.
2.
Woo.
All right, guys. Subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network, and we are out, guys. Have a great rest of your night. See you guys.